YouTube, what's up? It's your boy Crypto J coming at you guys with yet another J Talks Crypto. Brand new to my channel, hit the subscribe button as well as bell notification. I do my best each and every day to give you guys the topics in cryptocurrency. And guys, nothing has changed. Nothing has changed. You guys knew I was going to jump on here, so I'm going to give you guys a little bit of time to jump onto the live stream because, again, I didn't really announce it. I just told you guys that I would probably go live if tomorrow, which was yesterday. I said that yesterday. And I said, especially if Bitcoin decides that it wants to be super volatile, and which it is. So we're going to talk about Bitcoin. We're going to break it down. But again, I'm just giving you guys a little bit of time to join in the chat before we get started. Today's episode is brought to you guys by Yerba Mate. Of course, again, they don't pay me, but I just wouldn't be able to wake up this morning. Somebody asked me the other day, they're like, Jay, do you even sleep? I woke up at 4:30 in the morning this morning. No, I don't sleep. I went to sleep at 11 and I woke up at 4. So that's just kind of like my sleep schedule lately. And I've just been working my fingers to the bone trying to, get as busy as possible. I told you guys that I did start an Amazon store. I already got like 70 sales on there in the past 9 days. So been trying to build that, working on my YouTube channel, working on my real estate, and just not really sleeping. But I always look for times like these really to double down, and reinvest in myself when things are kind of looking a little crazy in the market and stuff like that. And that's what I tell you guys to do too. Like when everybody's screaming and yelling and doesn't know what to do, like that's the time, honestly, that you should be working as hard as you can, that you should be getting up at 4:30 in the morning, that you should be, starting new side hustles and stuff like that. Because again, guys, Bitcoin is about to drop to levels that you're going to want to be able to accumulate. And I just feel like now is the best time to be working your butt off. Like if you're able to work your butt off right now in whatever industry you're in or whatever it is that you do, I think that if you're able to work your butt off right now and you're able to buy some more dip, that it's really going to benefit in the long term. But again, guys, we want to start talking about Bitcoin. We're starting to have people move into the channel now, so we'll start getting into some of the content. Right? We want to talk about Bitcoin today because, of course, that's the title of the video, and we've just been following Bitcoin like to the T since March. We really called this top up here. Really, I was talking about stablecoining up at 71K, but we talked about this shoulder head shoulder playing out. We talked about the fact that is a bear trend, right? And then we broke down, we created another bear flag here, right? We created another bear flag here. And then I told you guys, I was saying during this Bitcoin consolidation, I said, the people that are going to make money when Bitcoin's doing this kind of stuff is the people that are swing trading, is the people that are scalping. But the people that are going to make money when Bitcoin makes this bear flag is going to be the people that are shorting the market. And those are the people that have been cashing out. Was I wrong or was I right, guys? I think I was pretty spot on the money with that. Also, if you guys were not tapped into yesterday's live stream, we watched a coin literally. I'll show you guys this coin, man. We're gonna go back to Bitcoin because I want to break it down a little more, but I gotta talk about this because it's so crazy, guys. Literally, we talked about this coin yesterday, and it's up 344%. Like, could anybody attest to this that it was on the live stream yesterday? Because like literally, guys, we were watching this coin, and I was like, I watched it go 40%, and then like I went to another page and I went back and it was up 166%, and I was like, bro, did we just like spot a banger like on live? Like what? And then I woke up this morning, this thing's up 342%. Totally crazy. Congratulations to any of you guys who picked up some Rocky yesterday. This was definitely a hot trending coin yesterday. I think yesterday when we caught it, it was at number 6 trending on Dex Tools. And now, as you guys can see, it's trending number 2, which is just totally crazy. The market cap's all the way up at 20 mil. But this thing still has 1.8 or 1,800 holders. So I don't know. I don't know what that means. And also looking pretty overbought right now. So I do expect this thing to have a correction pretty soon, but it doesn't look like it wants to correct. It looks like it wants to rip up again, bro. Dang, man. Hey, if you were able to watch this live, if you were able to watch the live stream yesterday, you caught this one. I named like 4 or 5 coins that had decent entry points in the live stream. And that's what I tell you guys, like, I don't know, because my live streams are not getting as many views as like the regular content, but I want to keep you guys informed. But maybe just this content is too long. I don't know. Maybe I should have made a whole video on Rocky. But again, I don't know how high this is gonna go. Like, who's to say, right? But this is a nice cup and handle that's forming right here. I will say that on the 30 minutes. So this does have a chance to actually see some more upside in the near future. Again, we talk about this pattern. This is what a healthy recovery looks like, right? It looks a little more rounded out, right? Versus like what we're seeing with Bitcoin, what we saw with Bitcoin just the other day. We were talking about when we see this little V, right? This is not a good recovery. This is not what a good recovery looks like. This Nike check actually means just don't do it, right? That's what we talk about. This Nike check right here is actually a bear flag. This is our flagpole and this is our flag, and it's an indicator that we're headed down. And that's what I was telling you guys. We talk about that pattern a lot. And again, I tell you guys all the time, you don't have to know every pattern that there is. There's a lot of patterns in trading. You just need to know like 3 or 4 trend reversal patterns, 3 or 4 patterns that's going to indicate that's going to go up. Or again, if you're looking to short the market, or if you're just looking for a good exit point, then you need to be looking at those type of things too. So but yeah, Rocky's totally pumping. And then another coin that we talked about yesterday, which I haven't even checked yesterday, is Boomer. And I'm checking it right now for the first time. It's up 8%. Again, I mean, dude, who else is making gains in this type of market? Is still talking about coins that are pumping. But again, Boomer still sitting in the top 10 and almost 1 million holders. This is kind of crazy. And this is why I was like, this one's so highly speculative, because Boomer got 1 million holders. This is a coin that was airdropped to a whole bunch of people. So yes, nothing has changed. Nothing has changed, brother. But Boomer was a coin that was airdropped to a lot of people. But look, this is a nice bull flag also forming on Boomer. So can Boomer have some more upside? I don't know. I don't know how many people are just holding Boomer because it was airdropped to them, and I don't know how many people are actually buying up this token. That's kind of speculative. But again, that's a coin that I'm looking at. And then also we were looking at, what else were we looking at? Oh, well, we'll talk about Brett. But anyway, let's talk about Bitcoin, guys. I want to break down Bitcoin. I know I'm all over the place in this video right now, but I definitely want to be talking about Bitcoin. So let me talk about that. Share this Bitcoin screen with you guys right now. Just to see if, again, we did talk about that. I think that on Thursday, we're going to see our big capitulation. I said Thursday will probably be a day of big capitulation, but it seems like it's just been day after day of Bitcoin capitulating, right? So maybe, no, still looks like we're going to capitulate. Still looks bad. Nike check, boom. We're going to break down out of this resistance probably today, guys. He's going to bleed. I think we're going to bleed, boys. And I was saying that yesterday. I know it's not a very popular thing to talk about when you're not the most bullish person on Bitcoin and for the short term. But again, guys, I do think that Bitcoin needs to have some correction. Some people saying any 20 to 30% correction with Bitcoin bull market is a gift. I agree. I definitely agree. I think that if you're able to get cheaper prices, this is like Black Friday. This is the best time to be shopping right now. But I think that if you wait a little while longer, like maybe in the next few weeks, honestly, guys, we might see a pretty significantly cheaper Bitcoin. I talked about the fact that I think Bitcoin will probably retest down to 52. And the reason I said that, I talked about it in yesterday's video too, is because we've already broken down off of our support, guys. This is very dangerous. And as you guys could see on our 1-year chart, we're also creating another bear flag, which indicates to me that we're probably going to start heading down to some of these lower lows of, again, 52 down here, right? This is our next level of support. We don't have a ton of support down there, but it is a level of support. And so that's what I'm looking for. But that would still put us, if you look at the all-time logarithmic, that would still put us in somewhat of a cup and handle pattern. That's an indicator that this thing could still have some more upside in the long future. Again, where do we see that cup and handle pattern play out? We just saw it play out with Boomer, right? This cup and handle pattern right here, where the price goes up and then it has a dip before it decides to take off. That seems to be what Bitcoin's looking like right now on the 1-year chart. And that's why we always look macro, right? We always look macro so I'm looking at the all-time chart really. 1-year chart still looking like we need a correction. We look like we need to correct down to 52, which would be, in my opinion, a decent accumulation zone. But again, always speculative, right? Nobody could really predict the bottom of these markets and nobody could predict the top. We just try to do the best we can, guys. And again, like I told you guys before, there's more stuff right now in the news that's indicating sell-off. The fact that we're at war, the fact that CZ just went to jail or he went to prison for the next 4 months. So again, I think that we're gonna start seeing a lot of bearish news in the media, and bearish news is just as good as bullish news if you're short on the market. Like if you're somebody that, like myself, that likes to sometimes short the market. Again, I talked about just yesterday in the last video, I said, you know what, actually, I think it would be kind of crazy to think that Bitcoin was looking bullish yesterday and that it would be a great time to be short on the market. But again, not financial advice. And of course, we woke up today and Bitcoin was down, dropped all the way down to 56. Also told you guys that if we did retest 61 and we couldn't hold it, that we were going to see some serious capitulation. And that's what we saw. We watched it drop all the way down to 56. So, and that is, again, why? Because we've already broke our support. This was our This was our psychological barrier up here at 61, and now we're sitting at 57. But we don't have any support really right here, guys, and that's why Bitcoin just keeps making Nike check after Nike check, because smart traders, guys, they look for patterns. You know, we look for indicators that tell us where the price is going to go. And so there's going to be more people betting on a bear trend here. We need to find a bottom on Bitcoin. And in my opinion, there's going to be a lot of buy orders down here at this 52. I think that if we do touch down here in this 51, 52 range, I think that we could expect to see a big green candle. We see that sometimes when Bitcoin finds its bottom, right? We'll see Bitcoin like momentarily, it'll be like in an instant, like Bitcoin will drop all the way down like crazy to like dumb levels, like anybody would want to buy it. And then these institutions buy it all up, shoots right back up, and then it starts creating somewhat of a like a bullish pattern. And then of course that's when we're able to get in on it if we can. And we just kind of hope that it's not a fake out. Because again, these whales are not our friends, guys. I tell you guys that all the time. A lot of you guys are so excited when big entities like JP Morgan and Visa and all these people start getting involved in cryptocurrency. But when they do that, guys, it's not always the best thing, because again, they're going to drag our market down, and they're not your friends. They're trying to make as much money as they can. And when you're trading in an open market, in a free market, it's like you're competing against everybody, right? There's people betting up, people betting down, and you're just trying to make it out with a little bit of money. So again, those guys are not your friends. They want to trick you. They want your Bitcoin. They want to make you sell your Bitcoin, in my opinion. Again, maybe you think that Bitcoin is already topped out and it won't see a higher high, but I do think that the reason for this price sell-off is because they want your Bitcoin, and I've been saying that for a long time. I've been saying it for years. I was saying it every Bitcoin correction. I'm like, they want your Bitcoin. They want your Bitcoin. So again, I'm bullish on Bitcoin. I love Bitcoin. This is the number one coin, in my opinion, is Bitcoin. And I know that sounds kind of crazy, but again, I think that we're very early on Bitcoin, and I think it's a very consistent performing class. Even though I'm very big on meme coins and stuff like that, I mostly use meme coins to scalp trade or to swing trade and stuff like that, so I can get a better position in Bitcoin. Because ultimately, guys, I want to acquire Bitcoin. That is the goal. That is your goal in cryptocurrency. Again, not financial advice, but if you're confident in this market, you should own some of this Bitcoin, in my opinion. But look, people people are so surprised. Look at this guy. He's like, holy crap, who keeps selling? Who keeps selling their Bitcoin? Like, dude, come on, man. You didn't know? You didn't know that there was going to be some sell-off? You must have not been tapped into your boy Crypto J. Because again, I've been talking about this sell-off since March, guys. And there's people that were, a lot of YouTubers that were saying the opposite. They were saying that, oh, we're not at the top yet. This is like, we're going to still probably see this thing rip right through 74K. Even though March, we were up over 50%. We were up over 50% March. That's totally crazy. I talked about the fact that we needed to see a correction right there, and we did. So again, are we going to see more of a correction? Probably, in my opinion, yes. I do think that Bitcoin needs to chill out a little bit. Again, that it's going to get to levels where you don't want to be in the market, and that's why I tell you guys. Yeah, homie said I knew it. Yeah, I knew it too. I knew it too. I think everybody watching the channel knew it. I think we all knew this was going to happen. But again, that's because the people that watch this channel, honestly, I feel like we got a leg up, right? Because a lot of you guys have been watching for a long time, and you guys actually know how to trade. Some of these other guys that watch these other channels, they're just they're the suckers in the trade, which it sucks for them, because they're just listening to all the news. Like, they're listening to this guy make video after video about a Shiba Inu coin burn, and they're going and buying SHIB when Bitcoin is looking funky as all heck, and they don't even know. And again, they're waking up to an absolute bloodbath. So again, guys, this is why I tell you guys, don't be greedy in this market. This is why I tell you guys that it's very volatile, that it's a very sketchy time to be trading cryptocurrency. But again, there's a lot of money to be made, because there's people that are making very big gains, as well as I know Crypto Rai will tell you that we were just looking at looking at this other coin just yesterday, this Rocky coin that's up 322% today. So excited to accumulate more. I'm excited to accumulate more Bitcoin too. Again, my finger is on pause right now. I told you guys that two things is going to get you wrecked. Well, one thing that'll get you wrecked in cryptocurrency, I hate to sound like a broken record, but the thing that will get you wrecked in cryptocurrency is by being too greedy. But now you can get also wrecked on the other side, right, by being too impatient. But you're only going to have to pay an opportunity cost, which does suck. Like when you see a coin run all the way up and you're like, I knew it, should have got in on that, or I should have done this or that, and that's why I always tell you guys, if it's at a sketchy zone of accumulation, you're not too sure if we're going to hold support, or if you're not too sure that we're going to break down. A great strategy that I like to use, and again, use whatever strategies that you want. I'm not your financial advisor, but I like to buy half now and half on the dip. because I'm a conservative trader and I want to be able to stay in the game as long as possible. I know that being a conservative trader is not something that's very popular in meme coins because everybody's just trying to YOLO it and sell the house to buy a poo poo coin and try to flip their money. But I've just been in the game long enough to know that the majority of people that are involved in the game are going to get wrecked. And then the majority of people that were buying a high price Bitcoin, they like to buy high and sell low. So I do expect some of those people that were buying up there at the 74K range to actually be selling off their positions. I think that's those are the people that really sell off during these Bitcoin consolidations, stuff like that. It's just by people that are not watching J Talks Crypto and then they're just watching some other guy and then they're like, oh, I'll buy 74K Bitcoin. And then they'll paper hands their way out once Bitcoin hits around this level right here, this 57 level. But it's not enough. It's not enough yet, guys. It has to be gut wrenching. It has to be worse than this for some of these paper hands to get out. That's why I say that I think that Bitcoin is going to have to drop down more because people are a little too bullish, a little bit too much euphoria in the market. And one thing that I always tell you guys is when people are being greedy, that we should be fearful. And when people are being fearful, we should be greedy. Talked about the fact that our fear greed index in March was sitting at a 93. That was bananas. I've never seen anything like that. And my entire time of being in cryptocurrency, then I watched it go to this little green right here. We were still sitting at like 80 something, and people were thinking that we found a bottom. I'm like, no, this is too greedy. And now, yesterday we were sitting at 56, today 52. So we're starting to get into some more reasonable zones of accumulation. But again, this neutral zone is not necessarily where I think the bottom is going to be. I think the bottom is going to be somewhere around here. It's going to be around here, like right before the extreme fear. But I think there will be a lot of fear in the market. And I feel like you're going to start hearing a lot of people talking about the end of the cycle. You're going to start hearing a lot about people saying that cryptocurrency is over, that Bitcoin's going to go back down to 16,000. All these people that were just telling you that Bitcoin was going to go up to 200,000 when it was sitting at 74 are going to be telling you that Bitcoin's going to go back to 12,000. They're going to sell off their positions. I'm going to buy up their Bitcoin. Their butts are going to get wrecked like always. And your boy Crypto J will be making I told you so videos for the next 2 weeks. Hey, that's part of the game, man. Right? Again, we're all playing the game together, and I'm your homie, yeah. But also, I do actually like when these retail guys get into the market because, man, y'all buying 74K Bitcoin when the fear greed index is a 93, man. You got to consider, man. There's a lot of very experienced when you get into this market. Not only are you getting in against a bunch of whales that have a lot of money that have been in the space for longer than you or just have the money to be able to manipulate these charts, you're getting in with people like me. You're getting in with people that have been trading for years. And some of you guys are brand new to trading and you're going up against some people that really know a lot more than you. And also, sometimes you're going up against bots too, right? You're going up against bots and smart contracts and stuff like that. And that's why I tell you guys, even though, you're so confident in all that stuff, you always want to not be too greedy because these people are going to fake you out. They're going to shake you out. They're going to make you want to paper hands out your position and stuff like that because they're accustomed to larger pullbacks than you, especially if you're new, right? Some people bought Bitcoin at 74K. They're brand new to the market. And then they watch their portfolio go down like 30-40%. And now they're like tripping out. They're ready to paper hands out. And I'm sure they feel like if Bitcoin goes any lower that they need to get out the market. And guess what, dude? What's going to happen when you get out the market, brother? What's going to happen once Bitcoin goes down to 52? All the people that are following me are going to be buying up your Bitcoin, and you're going to feel like a fool once Bitcoin decides it wants to rip up, even if it takes a little bit of time. Because again, guys, what do I have working for me that a lot of the market doesn't have working for them? I got all the time in the world, baby. I got patience, homie. And that is something that you need to have in this game. You got to have patience. You have to have a good trade psychology so that you don't get shooken up every time that Bitcoin decides it wants to drop 30-40%. I'll be the first person to tell you that this is not the first time that Bitcoin has dropped 30-40%, and it ain't going to be the last time that Bitcoin is going to drop 30-40% or possibly more. But I will tell you this, that the people that have been consistently accumulating Bitcoin over time, they tend to be the people with the last laugh, right? People tend to laugh at us when Bitcoin sits at very low levels. And that's when, I was getting people like, dude, I remember when Bitcoin was sitting at 3,000 and I was talking about on YouTube before it was in the media and everything and nobody was talking about it. And I would have people telling me like that we're doing stocks and stuff because stocks were doing really well at this time. And they would tell me like, bro, like, that crypto stuff, da, da, da. And then, crypto started taking off. And then my gains were making their gains look embarrassing. And then now they watch all my stories and they're trying to figure out what I'm talking about. They're trying to learn this space. That's going to happen to a lot of you guys. A lot of you guys are going to have all these people telling you, oh man, how about that Bitcoin? They don't want to ask you about Bitcoin when Bitcoin's sitting at 74K, but they're going to say, how about that Bitcoin when Bitcoin's sitting at some levels where your stomach is upset, right? They're trying to make you feel bad about your investment. They're trying to FUD you out of what they're doing. But how many times have these people gotten wrecked looking at Bitcoin? Honestly, like for real. Like how long have they known about Bitcoin and how many times have they missed out on a pump? And maybe they probably just feel like they weren't in on the market and they just got, they don't look at these times of when the price is cheap as a buy opportunity. They look at it like, oh, I missed it. Like, what, bro? Like that again, we talked about it yesterday. It's like going to Best Buy the day before Cyber Monday and dropping like 10 grand and then finding out that everything was way cheaper the next day and the price went right back up, like right after that. So again, that's how I feel whenever Bitcoin has these massive corrections. I'm just like, finally, thank you. Like in March when we shot up 50%, I'm like, please correct, please come back down. Stop going up. 50% is too much. That's enough. I needed Bitcoin to go back down because again, I want to accumulate more positions in some of these better projects. And that's another thing I want to talk to you guys about too. Talked about Solana, talked about Ethereum, talked about some of these projects that wouldn't be a horrible idea to accumulate on this dip if you're bullish on the meme coin season. Because again, what are you going to need to get involved in Solana meme coins? You're going to need to be holding some Solana. You're going to need to be holding some Ethereum. So I'm looking at good zones of accumulation on some of these blue chips like Solana and Ethereum. But in my opinion, I still don't think that these coins have seen their bottom. I talked to you guys about the fact that I think that Solana is going to be valued somewhere around like $95. And that would require it like dropping all the way down, like down to some of these levels and breaking even some of this support. But I do see, I could see that happening. I could definitely see that happening because at those levels, at that $90 Solana, I feel like a $90, $80 Solana would be when you guys don't want to do it anymore. And I told you guys that Ethereum would drop under 3,000, and here we are, 2,800 Ethereum. I think we're going to go down to like 2,500 at least on Ethereum. We'll even see like a retest of like 2,000 on Ethereum, but again, hard to say. Somebody said, thanks, Jay. Clear heads up will prevail. Always like your perspective. Yeah, I try to keep an honest perspective, and I try to just tell you guys again what it's looking like on the day, because I know it's not always the most popular thing to talk about when Bitcoin is correcting. But again, you guys need to know, and the whole point is to become a better trader, and the whole point is to know like when things are looking good and when things are not yet at a decent accumulation zone. In my opinion, guys, we're not yet at an accumulation zone of Bitcoin. We're not, like people even saying right here, this guy said it in an hour. So what is it? Is the Bitcoin bull market over now? This is what I want to hear. This is what I want to hear. Start saying this more. Please start saying, is the bull market over now? Because man, that lets me know that we're getting to some reasonable levels with Bitcoin where I want to start accumulating once everybody starts saying, oh, it's over. Everything's going to go down. And they're forgetting some key things. They're forgetting that it's an election year. They're forgetting that we just started a war. They're forgetting a lot of things. Like, so again, I'm patient in this market, but I'm still patient. I've been patiently waiting actually since 71,000, which is what I told you guys. 71K is where I was stable coined up and waiting for my good opportunity to snipe this market. I told you guys that there's going to be a lot of great opportunities, in my opinion, to be short on the market. That scalping and swing trading would be a good thing if you want to make some money and some exit liquidity in the meme market also. And that's pretty much what we saw. We saw a lot of this exit liquidity. A lot of people that were getting out of their other coins. They were looking for positions in newer, smaller cap coins that can have some significant upside. And so those people going on DEX tools and trying to find some better positions in those coins. Nothing wrong with that, because when Bitcoin does capitulate, there will be exit liquidity. There will be coins that do pump. There will be things that do make money. And we talk about that on the channel too. We covered one of the coins on the channel. Again, if you were watching yesterday's stream, we watched a coin shoot all the way up, and now that coin is up almost 400% today. So again, you will see exit liquidity enter into some of the meme coins, and they will still pump, but the gains will be few and far in between. The majority of the market is going to be red with Bitcoin, all the way down. So, and that's really going to trickle from from Bitcoin to all the way down through the blue chips, all the way down through the mid cap coins. It's just going to be absolute bloodbath. But you're always going to get those unicorns that they just do not correlate with Bitcoin. And so Those are good things to pay attention to also, but I usually look at those projects when they're pumping like that is like, okay, this is definitely a swing trade opportunity or a scalping opportunity, especially when Bitcoin's at a level that it's at right now. It's probably not a good idea to stay in positions for too long if you're looking to trade right now. Um, Somebody said, once you've been in the game through a full bull market, bear market, you've seen pumps and dumps, your nerves, you said, just like, yep, nothing's changed, bro. Nothing's changed, guys. Nothing changed. Bitcoin's still the hottest thing. Coin's still pumping. Things are still dropping. It just happens, man. The ups come, the downs come. But ultimately, guys, if you're serious about Bitcoin, if you're serious about cryptocurrency, then if you really believe in the stuff that is talked about on these channels that you watch, then you shouldn't be concerned right now. You shouldn't be nervous. You shouldn't be feeling anything right now other than happy and excited like myself. But again, that's because I have an extreme belief in Bitcoin. I have so much belief in Bitcoin that I put my whole reputation on it. And when I got on YouTube, like I have unwavering faith in Bitcoin, and that will not change. When do you think where do you think we're going right now? I think we're going down. I think we're going down, brother. I think we're gonna retest. I think we're gonna retest this 52K range, and then after that, we'll see how we hold. We'll see how we hold because I said that ultimate bearish thing that I could see happening is that we drop down to like 35, 40 range. But I actually don't think that we're gonna see 35. To be honest with you, I think that more than likely we will see 52, and then we will start seeing recovery. Or maybe it'll just drop just below 52, like maybe it'll drop down to 50 and then shoot back up and hold some support at 50 and then start retrending up. If not, I would expect that to happen between 35 and 40K. If it did drop down to 35 and 40K, I would expect the recovery to take a little bit longer than if it just dropped down to 52. I think if it drops down to 52, a lot of buy orders are going to get filled, and we can see some upside. It might just be a temporary pump. It might even be a fake out. It's really hard to say once we hit that 52K range, but I do expect a big green candle once we hit 52 because, again, a lot of buy orders are going to be getting filled. And hopefully it's going to create enough of impact in the market where things can start turning around. People will be like, hey, the recovery is happening. They're going to want to put in. A lot of bots are going to get signaled like, hey, the trade's looking bullish, get back in. And that's kind of how it works. It's how those bots work. They look for good exits and entries and stuff like that. So once things start showing bullish on the charts, I expect a lot of these bots to start jumping back in. A lot of whales are going to start jumping back in. A lot of people, and then again, retail's not even entered the chat, in my opinion, yet. I don't think that retail's here. We're not seeing Bitcoin all over the news like we were seeing before. Once you start seeing Bitcoin all over the news and, everybody's telling you, your cousins are telling you, and everybody that you were trying to tell before is now trying to tell you about what the hottest cryptocurrency is, that's when you know that we're close to the top and that it's time to get out the market because the retail has joined the chat. So, but again, I don't feel like that. I don't feel like retail has yet joined the chat. I feel like retail will join the chat for sure once Bitcoin hits a new all-time high. When is that going to happen? Not really sure, guys. Again, it could take some time. But again, are we upset, or is this a great time to be accumulating Bitcoin? Right? Should you be sad right now, or should you be saving your paychecks and dollar cost averaging? I don't know. I guess you have two options, right? You can be sad about it, or you can dollar cost average about it. But I just found that the people that were that paper hands out and got sad about it, they tend to get wrecked. And then the people that just got to work so that they can buy the dip, that looked at this as a golden opportunity for their family and for their future to really get to work. Some of y'all just like to trade cryptocurrency, but you don't like to work, man. And I don't know, but you see me working. I'm working every day, guys. I got 3 different things that I'm doing, 4 different things I'm doing at all times. And I'm grinding all the time. I'm up from 4:30 a.m. to 11 o'clock. And why do I do that, guys? Because I'm buying the dip, bro. Because I know that the hard work that I do now is going to pay off dividends later on in my life, because I do think that Bitcoin is going to go very, very high in the next 10 years. I think we could see, I am one of those people that think we could see $1 million Bitcoin one day. I honestly still think that we can see a top at like 74K. So Jay's saying sell. Jay, are you saying sell because you want to buy their Bitcoin, bro? Or are you saying that because you're paper hands? Are you gonna paper hands, dude? You should have paper hands at 71 when I told you then, big dog. You should have stable coined up at 71. Why don't paper coins now? No paper hands now, bro. Well, I mean, do what you want with your money, right? I'm not your financial advisor. If you want to sell, if you guys like losing money, if you like buying the top and selling the drop, if you already bought a 74K, then go ahead and yeah, sell off here. I will buy your Bitcoin down at the bottom down here anyway. So, if you want to sell it to me, I'll take it. But again, I do think that it's historically the people that have sold off their Bitcoin in times of when Bitcoin just drops and when it corrects, those people really regret it. And usually they enter back into the market at a higher level of Bitcoin. They have less Bitcoin or less of their coins that they were already looking at. They're watching the community that they got into at like 3,000 members is now like 25,000, and everybody else got more coins than you, and they're telling you that, dude, you should have been in earlier, and you're like, bro, like what, but you're a cool dude. I sub. Thank you, brother. I appreciate it. I'm really trying to produce more content. So again, if you guys do like this content, these live streams and stuff, I'm trying to go live for at least an hour a day now. I was just gonna make it like Tuesdays and Thursdays, but I really feel like during these times of volatility, you guys really want to know what's going on. And I know a lot of YouTubers kind of disappear when things go crazy in the market. And they don't want to be like that. I want to be there and giving you guys again, the good and the bad with Bitcoin, what to expect. And I try to give you guys like a little 5-day forecast of like what to expect with Bitcoin as far as like capitulation, stuff like that. I really gave you guys a 30-day forecast though with this one because, dude, I've been talking about this pattern since March, guys. Like literally we're in May. Like literally it's May 1st. And by the way, my birthday is May 27th. I just realized that we're in May. Today's May 1st. So great. Awesome. Today's rent is due. I realize that. But that's why you got to be hustling, guys. You got to be always busy. And again, guys, Bitcoin is usually at a good buy opportunity when everybody thinks that it's not, right? And when everybody's selling off, when everybody's panicking, that tends to just be a decent time to dollar cost average. But can Bitcoin see a big correction? I think we're already seeing it. I think we're in the midst of it right now. I do think that we're in the midst of it. I don't think that it's going to go down to zero. I definitely don't think that we're going to retest like any lows of like 20K, the 20K range. I don't think that we're even going to get too far into the 30 range, if even that. Once Bitcoin passed 35K, like earlier this year, I had already said that I don't think that we're going to see a $35,000 Bitcoin ever again in our lives. So, but I did already know that we were going to have a Bitcoin halving. I knew that we were going to, drop after that. But how much we drop, I don't know. Really, I don't know. But again, it's going to be more than you think. I will just tell you that it's always more than we think. The market always feels worse. It always feels more bearish. It feels like that it's never going to end. And then that's when really all the big guys are accumulating. They're using that time to buy up your Bitcoin. So again, man, I'm still bullish on this space. I still definitely like Bitcoin. I'm still definitely looking at altcoins and stuff like that because I want to know when Bitcoin decides it wants to pick up, what is going to take off. And actually, I want to show you guys something right now just because I have this pulled up on my DEX tools. And just because, again, we're just talking about coins and we just talk about what's trading on the channel, guys. So, again, it's not financial advice. I'm not telling you guys to go out and buy any of this stuff. But I want to talk to you guys about Rocky just because Rocky is now starting to break down. And this is a great lesson, right? This is the whole point of watching the channel is so that you guys can learn how to trade. Again, I don't want you guys just to watch me to see, oh, what am I buying? Like, no, dude, find your own coins, but learn how to trade. I'm telling you right now, like patterns to look for and things that people are paying attention to. So right now, as you guys can see, Rocky's sitting at some key support right here, but it's creating kind of a nasty little trend right here. As you guys can see, we want to see cup and handle is a great pattern, right? When it pulls up right here, when it touches right here, and when it pulls back. But what we see here just happen is a rejection, right? So we just rejected off this upper level of this Ketchum channel. Now we're dropping back down. This pattern, in my opinion, right here with this pullback and this breakout, 70% chance of going up. Right now, where this price is sitting at, pretty good chance that we create another shoulder. So it'll be shoulder, head, shoulder, and then that'll be a sell-off after that. In my opinion, that's probably what I would expect in a trade like this. So again, we've been watching this trade. We watched it yesterday, and again, we watched this thing go up like 300%. But I do think that we're going to start seeing this thing start correcting down. I'm sure it's already starting breaking down under this. Yep, already started on the 5-minute. So this sell-off is really just starting to happen in the past 5 minutes. And as you guys can see, we watched this go from 21 million all the way down to 17. And that's why I tell you guys, don't be over leveraged in crypto because the market's going to be very volatile. Also, I told you guys, I mean, am I lying, guys? Am I not telling you guys like what's pretty much happening in real time? And again, people will still tell me that these videos are pre-recorded, but guys, it's 8:53 in the morning over here. I don't know what time it is over there, but these videos are really live. Can you say what altcoins are in your portfolio? Right now I'm pretty stabled up, brother. I'm pretty stabled up. I do hold a little bit of coins, and I have been buying at some key resistance points, but majority of my money is in stable coins right now and has been in stable coins since Bitcoin was at 71,000. And I was saying that, and I watched Bitcoin again go up to 74,000, and I thought maybe possibly I don't know, like this is a super cycle and maybe I made a mistake, but then again I was just patient. I just was relying on what I knew and what I was saying, and sure enough, I was right. And so I have an opportunity to now buy Bitcoin at a cheaper price. And that's what separates good traders from noobs, is that they're able to take profit. They're able to, get out of trades, and they're able to stablecoin up and wait for a market correction, stuff like that. A lot of people just thought that the market was going to keep going up, and I thought that that was kind of crazy. Even when we were sitting at 74, people were talking about Bitcoin's was going to hit 85 before its correction. And I don't understand how Bitcoin was already up 50% on the month, and people were still saying that it was going to go hit 85. I just didn't understand that. So again, the fact that our fear greed index was so high was an indicator for me that there's no better time to be pulling some profit and putting in some stable coins so that I can participate in the market on the way down. Otherwise, I could just hold on to all my coins forever, like some of these guys will tell you, and I won't be able to participate very much on the Bitcoin dip because they'll have you be over leveraged and all that stuff. But again, I don't over leverage in any of these trades. When I do buy these little meme coins and stuff like that that are under like a couple million market cap, I just put a little bit of money in. I don't put a lot of money in, especially in times of Bitcoin consolidation like this. In my opinion, it's not the best time quite yet to put a decent chunk in. And if I was going to put a decent chunk in, I would rather put a decent chunk into something again like Solana, and hold Solana or hold something like Ethereum that I feel like has a much better chance of going up once Bitcoin starts going up. And then again, something that I'm going to need to use to buy some of these meme coins anyway, so I could again lock in some better positions in meme coins and stuff like that. But right now, I use the crypto. I use the JTOX crypto indicator. Hey, pretty accurate though, right? I'm pretty much. I like to think that I'm about 80%. 80% of the time I'm right. I will definitely tell you 100% of the time I'm not right, because nobody's right 100% of the time. But I will tell you that most successful traders, most people that are full-time traders, you're going to need to be at least 70 to 80% of the time correct. And it doesn't mean that you're a rocket scientist being able to do that. It just means that you know how to read the chart, and you kind of just know pretty much based off of the news and stuff like that, the probabilities of what's going to happen. So that's going to come with just sitting in the market long enough. And some of you guys just don't have enough experience in the market. And some of you guys, and that's why you don't feel good when Bitcoin corrects, right? Because like somebody said that this is not their first, like this guy said, once you've been in the game, when you've been through the game through a bull and bear market, you've seen pumps and dumps, and your nerves are used to this. Like it's like it doesn't affect you the same. Like I'm not as affected right now, and the reason why I haven't been affected, and the reason why I haven't been affected for a long time, is because I'm one of the people that watch Bitcoin go from zero to $74,000. So I don't get affected. I was concerned when I was buying a $3,000 Bitcoin, because again, Bitcoin had been so dormant for so long, from like since 2017. And I was buying back in when really nobody was talking about it. Really, nobody was talking about Bitcoin. There was nothing to indicate that Bitcoin would pump other than like a sketchy looking chart, but I just felt it in my gut. I felt like the stuff that was going on based off of the news, it just made sense, right? COVID and things are going crazy right now. Like I feel like they're pretty money. I feel like Bitcoin is a good hedge against inflation. I feel like it's gold 2.0. It is the digital gold, and I feel like gold is old. Gold is old, and I feel like Bitcoin is it. So that's just personally my opinion. Maybe I'm wrong. Again, maybe Bitcoin is not better than gold, but it's just performed historically better than gold. So that's why I like it. But again, everything's speculative in cryptocurrency, guys. I can't tell you that Bitcoin's going to keep going up. I can't tell you that it's going to recover or anything. I could just tell you that don't be greedy. And I know I say that and it's not popular, but you know what? Some of you guys come back on this channel and you're like, dang, I should not have been greedy once Bitcoin starts correcting. And that's kind of where we're seeing that right now. New gen gold. Yeah, I agree. And some people think that there's other coins that will outperform. Like for a while, right? Even I was talking about on the channel, like, can Ethereum ever flip Bitcoin? Like, well, we used to call it the great flippening, right? Is the great flippening ever going to happen? Is Ethereum ever going to flip Bitcoin? And in my opinion, I would have maybe said before that I think that that's a possibility. But I feel like the older I get, the longer I'm in the game, I become one of these freaking boomers, man. These Bitcoin boomers that are just like a bit maxi, dude. Like, like I think that Bitcoin is king. I think that Bitcoin will stay king for a while. Somebody said, nah, is Solana gonna flip ETH? Now that is something that possibly, and that is something that I'm definitely also watching for. But Solana has a little ways to go because Solana hasn't even flipped Binance Coin yet. Binance Coin still has like 30 billion more market cap than Solana, which I don't understand that either. Like, who is buying BNB? Who is participating in this Binance market still? Like, for real? Why? I don't know. But again, Binance Coin is still sitting at number 4. Solana sitting at number 5. But Solana has been moving through the ranks, right? So we'll kind of see what happens with Solana. Also, I think we were talking about the fact that really a lot of this top 10, I know I do feel like this top 10 will change tremendously. Even at the end of this Bitcoin correction, I would expect that this top 10 is going to change because some of these coins, I just don't think that they're top 10 coins and they just don't have any business. Like Dogecoin, Dogecoin's been top 10 cryptocurrency for a cool minute, but like, bro, for how long is this going to last, bro? Like, for real, this thing needs to like get out of top 10. So I don't know. And then some of these other coins, like, I don't know, is Cardano going to stay in the top 10 forever? Because this thing has just been a stable coin, right? Like, is anything ever going to start flipping this thing, or is it just going to kind of just hold its position? Somebody said, will Cardano hit $3 again? Sheesh, man. I don't know, brother. Cardano's sitting at a $15 billion market cap right now. And it seems like the Cardano boys, right? There's all these people. There's people in certain sectors that are involved in certain projects that they're just known for being super maxis on, like Bitcoin maxis. There's people that are swear by Cardano, man. They're like, Cardano will hit $10. Like, this is the future. Cardano's the future. These boys have been saying that since 2017, just like the boys that love XRP so much. They're talking about how XRP is going to go to $100. And in the meantime, man, I done already called so many coins that made like 10,000x. What in the world? Congratulations on being a top 10 Zillow Premier agent. I don't know. That's for my real estate. They're saying that I hit top 10 for my Zillow Premier account, which is, I don't think I did. I don't know. I think there's people better than me at real estate, but again, I don't know if there's people better than me on YouTube. On cryptocurrency, I don't know about that. I don't know about that because I only heard of one other person that people were talking about that has been absolutely killing it, and that person hasn't made a video in like 10, 11 days. Whereas your boy Crypto J is coming up and talking about this stuff every single day. So again, but yeah, will Cardano hit $3? Honestly, I don't know. And I'm somebody that bought Cardano. I bought Cardano at 4 cents, as a matter of fact. So in 2020, what I wanted to do, my strategy was I was going to buy some blue chips, right? Because I was like, what, Bitcoin's going to go up. I know how this game goes. Even at 3,000, I knew how the game went. Like, if Bitcoin's going to succeed, then the market's going to succeed. So I was like, okay, let me see what do people like, right? What are people so bullish about that I feel like it's dirt cheap? I was looking at $150 Ethereum. I was looking at a 4-cent Cardano. I was looking at a just launched Polkadot. I got into Polkadot when it launched, guys. Like, that's how early I was in the game. Like, that was Polkadot and Cardano really set up my portfolio to get into the meme market. And then after I got the Cardano gains, after I got the Polkadot gains, after I started really making some significant money, then I took some of that money and I put it into the meme market. And then my meme portfolio started outperforming my blue chips. And then I was just able to keep diversifying and stuff like that. But I was able to still hold those really great positions. And at the time I was trading on Kraken, which now I would never trade on Kraken ever again because they just had too much bud around Kraken, and traded on a lot of exchanges. I traded on Binance, trade on Kraken. Kraken's cool because you could trade leverage and stuff like that. Like, it's like KuCoin. Trade on KuCoin too, though, and now these days, I don't know. People ask me, Crypto J, where do you buy your coins at? It really depends, right? It depends on what blockchain it's at. It depends on what the gas fees are looking like. It depends on if it's listed on an exchange. Like, maybe if it could save me like a couple $100 to buy it on an exchange, then why wouldn't I do that? Buy it on exchange and then send it back to my wallet so I could have it. But some people, they don't like use centralized exchange. They don't trust them. I don't trust them very much because, again, every time Bitcoin goes volatile, which it hasn't happened yet. Still hasn't happened yet in terms of like all these big exchanges going down. But I do think that that's going to start trending. Coinbase is down. Coinbase is down because everybody's selling. There's so much price action. And also people telling me too, like when I'm telling you guys like about decent times to like, okay, you know, the gas prices are cheap right now. They're not that bad. You know, like if you're looking to get in or get out of projects, not a horrible time. And then you know, when things start capitulating, people are like, oh, I'll just sell my Bitcoin, I'll just sell all my coins because you know, price is going down. And I assume that the gas price is going to be cheaper because the price is going down. That's not how gas price works, guys. The gas price doesn't go up only when the price goes up. The gas price goes up when there's a lot of transactions on the blockchain. So the gas fee will actually increase when there's a lot of capitulation. So the gas, that's kind of what we've been seeing. I think somebody was trying to get out of their trade and it was going to cost them like $200, something like that. And I said, hey man, wouldn't it have been better if you just like were not so greedy before, like when the gas fees were like pretty reasonable? Like why weren't you like you know? But that's the thing, and that's going to happen to a lot of people too. Like what's going to happen if you didn't have a significant amount of money, or if it's just not even worth it for you to take your money out of your meme coin? I know this has happened to some of you guys where you get into a trade, you bought it up high, and then the gas fee makes it not worth selling the coin. If that's happened to you, let me know in the comment section, because I know that that's happened to you, because it's happened to me before. It's some of these coins, like I said, I only buy a little bit of it, and in order for me to take out my coins, it's going to cost me like the transaction fee. Like, well, all the gains will be lost in the transaction fee. So again, you know, so a lot of people are going to be stuck in some trades, but that's really going to mostly be on the Ethereum blockchain. And it's good and bad, right? Too. That's another thing that I talked about also. And even when Binance was blowing up, a lot of people were getting involved in the Binance Smart Chain, and I was like, you know what, these trades are just so volatile because people are just so inclined to sell. You know, like when the transaction fee only costs you a couple of cents, you're gonna attract a lot more swing traders than a trade that is going to cost you like $200 to get out of. So that's another reason why I did like those Ethereum coins at the time, because the gas fees, even before V2 dropped for Ethereum, the gas fees were so high, and I actually look at that as an opportunity. So somebody said, yeah, I actually feel bad for the newbies that are coming in. There are a lot more opportunities to make money, but yeah, a lot of scams. Very oversaturated with new coins. It is oversaturated with new coins, but it's not. It isn't. It's not, because I feel like it's always been oversaturated with new coins. There's always been new coins that have been launched every day. Of course, you know, it's compounded over the years, and there's even more now. But again, I still stand by the fact that I feel like what we just saw in that last pump in March, and even all the way back to like June or something like that, I feel like we've seen more bullish activity. We've seen more bullish activity in the market than we've ever seen. Like again, we've never seen projects like Book of Meme Coin that have put on 1.5 billion dollars and in a 24-hour period. That's insanity. Like that's crazy, you know. But we've seen a lot of that, even across the board, even in the stock market, right? Look at Nvidia, dude. Nvidia hit like $1 trillion in a year. That's absolutely insane, you know. Like there's a lot of bubbles right now, and I feel like a lot of the markets are going to be correcting altogether, especially of course because there's war going on. You know, this is what happens, you know, with bad news. And you're in the market long enough, you know, like certain things are going to cause the market to dump, like CZ going to jail. You know, maybe a lot of people you know, are blaming CZ going to jail on the price on this cheaper Bitcoin. But guys, it's just a narrative, because honestly this Bitcoin has been looking bear since March. So again, like, and I think that CZ is the reason why Bitcoin's dumping. No, I think the big shoulder head shoulder is the reason why Bitcoin's dumping. The big shoulder head shoulder that's been forming since March, I've been trying to tell everybody about. Did I think that, you know, when Bitcoin hit 60, 63, that, you know, that it was going to keep pumping? No, I was looking at the bear flag that was forming, and I was like, I think this is not that great. I'm just curious. Somebody said, I'm just curious when it cash out of tokens, what are on best exchanges? So again, like, a lot of the exchanges are going to go down. A lot of them, even blockchains will go down, guys. Even the whole blockchains will go down. Like Solana's block, that was a problem with Solana's blockchain on the last correction. That Solana blockchain went down, and people were like they were like, dude, I don't trust this, you know. And we watched Solana drop down significantly. Some people were able to buy a $16 Solana, and now Solana's sitting at like $120, something like that. But again, I think it'll pull back again. I think it'll pull back probably to like the 80 to 90K 80 to 90s. But I could be wrong, right? I could always be wrong. Sometimes I'm wrong. I'm not wrong very often, but sometimes I'm wrong. You know, but again, that's kind of what I'm paying attention to. But look at Solana again, looking like it's going to break down off of some of the support that it's holding anyway. And look at this guy. What did he give? This guy gave a price analysis on the side, and he thinks also that this thing has some significant correction. Let's see what his range was that he predicted that Solana will drop to. Let's see if it's the same as what I thought without even having to look. Okay, he's talking about Bitcoin chart. He's saying that Bitcoin's going to fall down to 50, which is again what I was already saying since March. So he's talking about a Bitcoin TA. I thought that he was giving a TA on Solana, but yeah, my TA on Solana, I think that this coin needs more correction. With Bitcoin, I think it will drop down to like 80 to 90 or something like that. But yeah, I mean, in terms of what you can do, this is why again I say don't be greedy, bro, because people are gonna really get stuck in trades, bro. This is really what happens. And look at Bitcoin. Bitcoin's gonna capitulate again. It's like I tell you, man, I was telling guys for months, I'm like, man, don't be the guy that gets your hand caught in the cookie jar. I've been that guy, bro. Don't be that guy. Like I know it. I know everybody YouTuber is gonna tell you like, hey man, it's gonna go to a billion, it's gonna go to a billion, but they're not watching Bitcoin. They're not paying attention. And if honestly, if you're watching a YouTube channel that doesn't really cover Bitcoin very much, but they just cover meme coins, it's not behoove you to do that, guys, because some of these guys they don't even know what the heck they're doing, bro. It's annoying because just like the coins are saturated, YouTube's very saturated with bad content. And it's just really unfortunate that some of you guys will follow me and then go follow somebody that will say the exact opposite, only to come back and be like, dude, you tried to tell me that guy didn't know what he was talking about, and I didn't listen. So, yeah, I'm not telling you go unfollow everybody, but I think that, you know, if the person that you're following, if the people that you're following are not giving you any kind of TA or giving you any kind of thing to be watching with Bitcoin, then I don't think that that's a good person. I don't think they're a very credible person, and I don't think that they're really know what they're doing in this market, because Bitcoin is king in this market. It is the market driver of the market. So if they're not covering Bitcoin the way that I cover Bitcoin, every single video almost I'm covering Bitcoin, especially when Bitcoin's highly volatile. Like maybe if Bitcoin is in like a bull, like it's looking super bullish, then I'm not going to make a Bitcoin video because I don't feel like it's super necessary. I feel like it's fine to just talk about meme coins without talking about Bitcoin. But it's not okay to be talking about meme coins right now and not talking about Bitcoin, in my opinion. And that's why, again, I make these videos and stuff like that to tell you guys to be careful, because there's a lot of people in the market right now that they're just buying the bait. They're, you know, and they're not looking macro with Bitcoin. They're not seeing where this price is likely to be headed. And again, it's not a bad thing, guys. It's not a bad thing that Bitcoin's dropping down. It's a good thing if you're bullish on Bitcoin. It's a bad thing if you think that, you know, Bitcoin is not going to go anywhere. It's going to go to zero. Personally, I don't believe that. But again, guys, it's your money. Do what you want with it. If you want to get out the market now, get out the market now. But I feel like we're not yet at the top. That's just my personal belief. And that's just from being in the market and having a lot of time in the market and watching charts every single day for like years and years. So it's just what I expect to happen from market psychology based off of my skill. But again, maybe what you see is different. Like some of you guys that watch the channel might even be better traders than me. I wouldn't be surprised. I feel like there are very good traders. Actually, I take back that statement, and I would say that there are people that watch this channel that are better traders than me. I would actually say that because, again, some of the people that watch this channel are very established traders. They've been in the game longer than me. They're older heads than me. And you kind of have to respect those guys. You know, you respect people for the knowledge that they have, especially if they're willing to give free knowledge to you, because the game don't come for free, guys. I know you guys are so accustomed to what Crypto J says, but just know that all these other YouTubers, they're creating all these courses, they're creating paid groups and all this other stuff, guys, and they're BS. They're not even good. Like, it's not even like quality content that you're getting out of them. It's not anything realistic. They're not teaching how to read a chart. You get nothing. You watch the videos, you get nothing out of it except a little bit of hopium, a little bit of euphoria based off of the coin burn that they talked about. But they're not saying anything other than words, bro. They're just sitting on the camera talking with words, but they're not really stating any facts, guys. And the reason why people watch me, the reason why people pay attention to what I'm saying, is because I'm stating facts and I'm giving you guys also reasons why I feel this way. You know, I'm not telling you for sure I'm going to be right, but I'm telling you what the probabilities of the market are telling us right now. And that's something that I feel like is very important, and something that's really lacking in the space is for people to be straight up and be honest, and to really have enough experience to be able to put a camera in front of their face and start creating content for people to watch. And I think it's very unfortunate also that these people are even allowed to have channels. I think that YouTube should have some kind of thing where you should have to have made some type of gains or created some kind of positive stuff in your portfolio before you can start talking about anything related to this. Even though, again, it's not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not a professional trader. I'm not a fortune teller. I'm not a god. I'm none of those things. I'm just your homie Crypto J. I'm just a trader just like yourself. I'm just somebody that has a lot of experience with this stuff. And you guys will be just like me, if not hopefully better. Hopefully, if I had a Crypto J in my life at the stage that you guys have right now, then I would be such a great trader. Like if I was able to talk to an earlier me, I would be in a way better place in my life right now. But again, guys, you learn from trial and error a lot of times in the stuff, and that's just like with anything else in life. You know, you're gonna have to make mistakes. You're gonna have to bump your head, and that's something that I talk to you guys about too. Trading is not always winning. Trading is winning and losing, right? And you have to be just like you're so euphoric and you feel so good when you're winning. You also have to feel uh, good when you're losing. And that's hard. It's hard because as humans, we don't like to lose, right? We don't like to lose, especially when it comes to money. We really don't like to lose money. But again, it takes patience. It takes losing in this game to get where you want to get. You're not going to get into cryptocurrency and say you never lost money. I hate to break it to you. I'm sorry, and I know a lot of people, they don't like to hear that. That's in any trading, guys. You're gonna lose money. Consider it all the L's that you get in cryptocurrency, consider them as lessons, right? You could have went off to college, you could have went off and done this and paid for your education and paid and paid and paid so that you can get something in the future. Well, guess what? Your losses that you're taking right now, you're paying into being a better trader later, because let me tell you, you're going to learn a lot faster when you lose real money. That's when you're going to start learning a lot faster. And some of you guys have to hit rock bottom before you're going to really take things seriously with trading and really start improving your skills and really dedicating your time to becoming a better trader. You're going to have to hit rock bottom, and you're going to have to really refocus yourself, strategize. And that's something, guys, I'm telling you, because I had to do that. And I told you guys that just yesterday in yesterday's stream, that I watched Chainlink go up to like $14 and then drop down to $7. And that was a market correction, but I was like freaking out, man. I even remember when my Polkadot went down for the first time, man, and I was freaking out, and I was like, oh man, I should have sold. But again, that was me learning lessons. And so now that I'm a more experienced trader, now that I'm more down the line, I'm not afraid of selling my coins now. A lot of people are afraid to sell their coins because they're afraid of the opportunity cost, right? You're afraid of the opportunity cost. Like, what if I sell my Shiba Inu and then it goes up to 50 billion? Like, bro, if you already up 500% on it, you should probably take a little bit of your profit out, at least your initial investment, so that you don't feel so emotionally invested into the trade. I'm not emotionally invested into any of my trades, guys, and I would really encourage you guys to build your strengths so that you don't have to be so emotionally invested in your trades. You already did your research. You already did your technical analysis. You already know what zones of accumulation you're looking for. You already know your exit points. You already have a stop loss. You already have a take profit, everything. So why do you feel like you do not have the confidence in the market, other than the fact that you're not putting in the work, other than the fact that you're not confident in your calls because you're not trading on a paper wallet? I told you guys, I traded on a paper wallet. When I lost a lot of money, I didn't lose a lot of money, right? Because I was just getting started. But when I was just getting started and I was going through that phase where I was kept losing and I was like getting frustrated, I had to put it down. I uninstalled the app. I uninstalled Coinbase and everything, and I had to stop what I was doing. I had to go open a paper wallet. I started doing binary options. I started trading binary options with a paper wallet. For those of you guys who don't know what a paper wallet is, it's fake money, but you could use it in the real market. So you could trade on the real market with fake money. And then once I started getting a really good a really good conversion rate to like where I'm like, okay, like the first day, maybe I was like hitting for like 30%. Then the next day was like 50%. Then I'm like, okay, I got to go online. I got to go print out that piece of paper with all the patterns on it, stick it on my desk so I can know what to look at. Now I'm looking at the patterns. Now I'm looking at the chart. Now I'm looking at the patterns of the chart. Okay, this is okay. Today I hit 50%. All right, today I'm up 20% than yesterday. So, okay, it's still not good enough. Still not good enough to go with the wallet yet. Let me get up to 70, 80%. Then I started hitting consecutively 70%, 75%, 80%, 80%, 80%, 80%, 90%, 95%, 95%, 95%, 80%, 75%. That's when I'm like, okay, I feel confident in myself now. Now I have confidence in what I'm doing. Now I feel like I put in the work, right? Even though I wasn't losing real money, at least I was trading every day. So there was some days where I was trading on a paper wallet for like 4 to 5 hours a day. Do you think that that's good experience? Do you think that I'm going to have a better eye for these charts if I'm trading a chart that's constantly moving like a binary chart, guys? You guys could see the little dot moving. That's why I like trading binary, because you really have to think on the spot. And it's really good if you do cryptocurrency to also trade binary, even though I know that sounds kind of crazy because, again, cryptocurrency moves a little bit slow, especially things like Bitcoin. Like I said, the bottom of Bitcoin is going to take longer than you guys expect. It's not going to feel like the way that you think it's going to feel. And people, they want you to be exhausted. Don't you understand that they want to exhaust you? They want you to not want to be a part of this anymore. They want you to uninstall the app, do everything that your boy Crypto J did when he watched Chainlink go from 14 to 7. They want you to do that. But what they don't want you to do is go invest in your skills because you believe that it's going to go back up and that you want to be able to know what you need to do when to prepare yourself to make the most gains in the season. That's what I did, guys. That was the best thing that I could have done for myself. And if I could tell any of you guys to do anything, it would be to not only be investing in cryptocurrency right now. Again, I can't tell you to invest in cryptocurrency. I'm not a financial advisor, but I would tell you guys to invest in yourself, invest in your skills, watch people that know what they're talking about, like myself, who will back up things with indicators and stuff like that. Again, not every indicator is going to be right. Not every trader is going to be right. Not everybody's going to be 100%. Nobody's going to be 100%, as a matter of fact. But at least find indicators that work for you. At least find traders that you have followed and watch them. Watch them trade. Watch their indicators and see how their plays pan out. If it's going to be something that you can catch on to, or if you want to get involved and continue watching that person, or if they don't know what they're talking about, they don't really, understand how to read the chart, which again is unfortunate that there's no kind of filtration system on YouTube that keeps some of these guys that have no business with a camera in front of their face, having a camera in front of their face. And that was my main thing, guys. I could have jumped right into cryptocurrency and put a camera in my face, but what would that have done for anybody? That would have done nothing for anybody. It wouldn't have done anything for myself. It wouldn't have done anything for you guys. I would have had a bunch of people mad at me and stuff like that. So the best thing I could have done is to develop my skills. And then once I developed my skills to a point where I felt like I was confident enough to not only be trading real money, but I was actually confident enough to open my mouth and tell other people about what I've learned, that's when I decided to get on YouTube. And I can't say that about everybody that's on YouTube. I think some of those guys can still have a lot to learn. I think some of those guys are just going on websites and reading what the news is on the day. And that's a very lazy thing to do. That's a very wrong thing to do because, again, you're misleading people and you're not at least giving them like a fair breakdown of what's going on, because people want to know what's going on with the market. And some of you guys are just waking up day after day and wondering why Bitcoin's correcting down and how low is it going to go and all this stuff. And I'm making videos every day. I'm making 1, 2, 3 hour streams every day, telling you guys, making 5, 6 videos a day, telling you guys since March that, hey, it's looking funky, guys. Hey guys, I don't know. I don't think this is good. 50% in March, up 50% in March, overbought, guys. Look at the RSI. Talked about the RSI, guys. There was maybe I don't follow a lot of YouTubers, but I do follow a lot of people on Twitter, right? I'm following coins that I like. I'm following other people that are involved in the space because I do think that Twitter is actually a really good resource. It's probably the best social media platform to stay up to date on what's going on in the crypto space because they have the spaces and all that, and people are just active. And sometimes you could connect with some people that are whales and they really got the know-how. And again, they have their own groups and stuff like that. I don't like to get involved in those pump and dump groups because again, that type of stuff it's insider trading, it's illegal, and I do not get involved in that. So a lot of people join in the Telegram, ask me what I'm buying or why don't I, start a coin and then drop it and everybody join in. I'm not interested in any of that. The only thing, like I said, that I would do for the space, because I am passionate about the space, is I would develop tools for you guys to become more successful traders to me, like I said, like I said just the other day, the people that make the most money in the gold rush is not the people that are going out looking for the gold. It's the people that are selling the tools. So I'm not going to go out and create a cryptocurrency because, you know, I'm fishing for gold. I'm going to go out and I'm going to create I would like to create something similar to Dex tools that you guys can be able to use for free. And I can just make money off of the ads or something like that, because again, then everybody wins, nobody's upset. And how could you be upset at the guy who's just trying to help you out and just trying to give you some tools to succeed? Whereas a lot of these other YouTubers, they'll go out and they'll launch a coin, their coin will shoot way up, and then they'll drop way down, and then they'll have a whole bunch of people knocking on their door, upset at them. And I just never wanted that for myself. Again, guys, I could have launched Crypto J-Coin back in 2020, but I just didn't want to. You know, and it probably would have done decent, or probably would have, maybe people would have bought the dip on the next bull rally or whatever. But I just never wanted to do that, man. I'm not trying to get rich at somebody else's expense. That's crappy. But there's a lot of people in the space that do that. So I would just say definitely be pretty careful. Even some of these people, guys, they're so scandalous that I found out that they're selling my content. Trip that, bro. Imagine somebody putting together me creating free content, and then somebody putting together a package deal and charging you guys $1,000 a month or something like that to listen to me give my free content. That's the type of stuff that's going on with some of these courses that are being sold in the market today. And it's honestly, I'm about to have a lawsuit with Homeboy, and I still have all the screenshots and everything that shows like where this traffic's coming from. I have traffic from one of my videos that's coming from somebody's course, and I could see it in my analytics. I know what you're doing, dude, and you're gonna get sued. But that is for another day. But again, guys, just know that, you know, this is a scandalous this is really a scandalous industry, this whole cryptocurrency stuff, and that there's a lot of scammers. You know, there's people, guys, again, there's so many ways to make money in cryptocurrency. There's the people that buy the meme coins. There's the people that buy the blue chip coins. There's the people that mine the cryptocurrency. There's the people that only buy Bitcoin. There's the people that only short the market. They're the people that only make money during scams. They literally look for the bull market so they could scam. You know, there's people that only make money with rug pulls. There's all kinds of scandalous stuff going on in the space, guys. People that they don't make any money in cryptocurrency. They just sell courses on it. They never made no money in nothing. They just sell courses on it. You know, there's a lot of that kind of stuff. And that's why, again, I tell you guys, try to vet out these people that you're listening to, because the bull market's not going to last forever. But you want to be sure that you're at least listening to somebody that's giving you a fair what's going on with the market. Like, I give you a fair forecast of like what you can at least possibly probably expect. And I don't think it's too hard to do. I don't think it's very hard to do that. I've been doing that since March. I've been telling you guys that, you know, Bitcoin's looking a little bit, I don't know. But again, you know, just like I'm going to be talking about Bitcoin when it's looking great, I'm going to also be talking about Bitcoin when it's not looking so great. And I want to tell you the truth based off of my experiences. So again, we've seen times where Bitcoin has had corrections like this, traded sideways, corrected down, and then had long periods until it decided it wanted to pump. This took a couple months, right? This consolidation took this capitulation took a couple months, and we've seen it take a couple months, plenty of time. So maybe this takes a couple months for us to find that bottom. Maybe it takes 2 months, you know, maybe 3. But again, I do think that we'll have a bullish Q4. Very bullish on Q4. Q4 tends to be good to us. But again, history tends to not always repeat itself, but it does tend to rhyme. That's what they say, right? History rhymes, but it doesn't always repeat itself. So again, that's why I feel like it rhymed when the dogs coins were pumping, and then, you know, the election coins were pumping, and then the Pepe type coins were pumping, you know, and then DeFi coins will pump. Like, it rhymes. It doesn't always repeat though, you know? So again, like, that's what I'm paying attention to. Maybe we will see a repeat of a lot of these dog coins pumping, but maybe it just rhymed. Maybe it won't repeat. Maybe it just rhymed, right? Maybe the thing that rhymes right now is election coins or something like that. I don't really know. It seems like right now election coins are pretty significantly down. We did talk about some coins on this channel. I think we watched Trump coin go from like 5 million market cap or something like that to like 100 million. We followed Bowden from like 10 million to like 500 million. So we've watched a lot of these coins and we follow a lot of these trends. And that's really all we do on this channel, guys. We look at trends. I show you guys how to use websites like Dex Tools, and how I'm able to time after time pick the top trending. Like, guys, how many times have I picked a coin that's not even in the top 10, only for it to be trending in the top 10 within the next 4 or 5 hours or the next day? And why does that happen, guys? Because I'm looking at a more macro chart. I'm looking at the 4-hour chart. That's why I knew that in 4 hours what the price was probably going to be looking like. And that's why people think that I'm a fortune teller and that I'm the GOAT and all this stuff. And I'm like, bro, I'm not none of those things. maybe I'm the best on YouTube, but I don't know. Maybe not. I don't know, but I'm definitely not the best trader in the world for sure. Absolutely not. I wish maybe one day with practice and experience, but maybe 10 years down the line when I could say I have 20 years in the game. But there are people with 20 years in the game. There's people with 30, 40 years in the game. There's old heads that they trade stocks every day and they've been trading since they were a young men. So again, those are people that you want to learn from. You want to learn from their market experiences. They've been through depressions and recessions and all types of stuff. So hearing their point of views could be something that gives you a little bit of comfort. Maybe you guys get some comfort in watching people like me or Cryptos R Us talk about our take on Bitcoin, because we are bullish on Bitcoin, but maybe I give you a little bit of hope that in the market and stuff like that. But again, guys, it's always speculative. I'm not here to tell you guys again what to buy, what to sell, and nothing like that. I just try to give you guys my point of view. Do you think there will be a point where alts don't do 100 X's? Yeah, I do think that there will be a point where alts are not doing 100 X's, but well, I don't know, right? I think in a bear market, it's going to be few and far in between, but I think that there will always be people that are greedy. Like some people literally, especially in the meme market, bro, people just sit at it like a slot machine. Some of you guys, you really overtrade, and some of you guys' portfolios are crazy, man. Some of you guys have like 200 meme coins. You have 200 meme coins. Let me know in the kind of comment section. Because somebody I just called out right now, I already know they're like, dang, dude, he's talking about my 200 meme coins. But hey, you just need one to pop off, right? You put $20 in a bunch of meme coins that cost 10,000 market cap or whatever. You only need one to hit. There's a pretty good chance that none of them hit. But hey, again, you're sitting at the slot machine, so don't be mad if Vegas wins or whatever, because that can happen. But again, if you're trading into something like Bitcoin, there's still risk attached to it, because there's nothing to say that Bitcoin's going to go up forever or keep going up or anything like that. But you're just taking, in my opinion, less of a risk, because on a bad day for Bitcoin, we might be down, like on a really bad day, like 5 to 10, 15%, even 15% would be a really horrible day. But with some of these meme coins, you're going to get wrecked for like 60, 70% in a couple hours, even maybe, if Bitcoin decides it wants to capitulate. So again, that's why I told you guys, be careful trading into that exit liquidity. They're going to get you caught in that cookie jar. Get your hand caught in that cookie jar. It might not be too pleasant. But again, guys, it pays to be conservative in this game. It pays to dollar cost average. It's the hardest thing in the world, in my opinion, in trading, is to know when to sell your coins. A lot of people don't know when to sell their coins, and a lot of people buy their coins and never sell them. And to me, that's like, but again, if you're long on the project, if your sell strategy was, I'm going to hold this coin for the next 5 years because I think it's going to be the next Shiba Inu, then don't be mad when the coin corrects 60, 70%, because that's what happens during market cycles, that coins are going to have corrections, especially with Bitcoin. When Bitcoin corrects, you could expect some of these coins even to correct even bigger. Some of these coins will correct 80, 90% even. So it's really going to, again, depend on the market cap. It's going to depend on how the market really feels about the coin. But let's even look at some coins that we were just talking about. I'm gonna pull up the score. I haven't even looked at this chart yet. But I do want to follow this little rocky chart, just because again, it's doing something right now, and I want you guys to just be paying attention, whether it's for the bearish or for the bullish. I just want you to be able to spot trends a little better than you already do. And some of you guys are already great at it. You just watch my channel because you just like to see what I'm looking at and stuff like that, which I appreciate. But always, these videos are always going to be geared to be for the new guy. So just be patient when I talk about stuff that you guys already know. But as you guys can see on the 15-minute chart, Rocky retesting this orange Bollinger Band, and hopefully going to find some support. But we talked about this 5-minute chart that we were already trending underneath it, and it's looking like shoulder, head, shoulder here, like we talked about a little while ago, that this could have a little bit of upside. I do expect this to have a small pump before it wants to dump down. I think it retests like maybe like 19 or something like that, but I don't know that this breaks out of this resistance zone. In my opinion, it's just like less of a chance because it already rejected twice. Like if it only rejected once and then corrected down and then started going bullish again, then I could be like, okay, this could be a cup and handle. And that's kind of what I said earlier in the video, that like, okay, is this a like another cup and handle, forming right here? But this pullback right here is definitely something to be concerned about, especially because again, we're trending below this Bollinger Band, and this coin is just sitting at some sketchy levels right here. You see how many times that it's trended in this on the RSI when it's been in like this middle zone of consolidation, how many times it's actually went up, and then versus how many times it's dropped, right? So a couple of times it has went up, but then there's been times where also this thing has dropped. So I don't know. It's hard to say. Are we at a zone of accumulation, or is this project maybe a little bit too overbought? Again, just 1,800 holders holding this right now. I actually want to look at their Twitter again, because I don't think I looked at their Twitter actually at all. So on Twitter, they have 6,381 people. They have decent engagement. It looks like they're getting some good, decent reach, right? Yeah, we'll see. We'll kind of see what happens with this. Again, I think a lot of people are looking for the next top trading coin, especially on the base chain, because again, Brett has been looking a little funky, and there's been a lot of FUD around it. But I actually do want to check out Brett, just because I don't think I've checked it out Brett today. Right down another 11%. That's what I was talking about. I was saying, man, this thing could have some more sell-off, dude. It needs to start trending above this orange line. As you guys can see, it looks like it's having somewhat of a breakout on the 5-minute chart. But the 15-minute chart, it looks like it's yet to retest this orange line. 30-minute chart also not looking super good. Look at this, guys. Did I chart this perfectly? Yesterday I charted this and I never took it off. But look, where we're holding support right exactly on this level that we were talking about right here. And then, so we'll see. We'll see if we could bounce off that, and if we could start trending up, start trending above some of these other levels of resistance up here. But again, highly speculative at Brett, and with all the FUD that's going on around it right now, it'll be interesting to see if something will be another top gainer. We also seeing Bitcoin starting to correct down. It's a coin that we mentioned at $1 million market cap. We watched it shoot up to 12 million. We didn't take profit. Hopefully you learned. Somebody said BCC long yesterday, 80K. Ooh, nice. I'm still liking Andy on base. I'm still liking Andy on base too, to be honest with you. I do like Andy. But let's see what's going on with Andy. On base. Is Andy trending still? I was actually thinking, I think Andy should probably still be trending. Maybe you could just pull up the contract just by doing this and doing this. Andy should probably be trending. I feel like because Andy's just been trending. Yeah, here's Andy right here. Andy's in the top 10. Again, I don't think you're crazy for liking Andy, man, because how many times have we seen Andy in this base top 10? Right? Like, I think if you can get a cheaper price on Andy, it might not be a horrible thing. But again, Andy also looking a little bit funky right now. We're talking about the fact that Andy was earlier in this video. I think actually we were talking about the fact that Andy was seeing a retest of this zone right here, but it seems like it's starting to break under, and it is starting to trend under this orange Bollinger Band. And again, I think a lot of things are trying to trend under that Bollinger Band just because the market is seeing a correction right now. So, like I said, gains are going to be few and far in between, but they will still be able to be made. There again, people are still making money. Look at some of these people made life-changing money today in cryptocurrency. And actually, guys, when Bitcoin was capitulating from 74K down, I actually had a person that my brother knew. It's my brother's friend. He was really early on Book of Meme Coin, and he got a really great position in it. And I did made 7 figures in that trade when Bitcoin dropped from 74K to like 63. Dude made $1 million. So again, there's going to be money to be made in coins. There's always money to be made in crypto, again, because you can make money on the way up or down, but there will also be coins that are kind of unicorns and just kind of take off. So somebody said check Benji. It looks like it become #1 dog coin on base. Interesting. Okay, let's check it out. Let's see it. Let's look up Benji. Let's see. Benji on base. Okay, Benji on base is the one that's coming in at 11 million market cap with 29,000 holders. Brother. Okay, hold on. Was this a pre-launch? I need to see. Was this a pre-launch? Brother. Oh, dude. I don't know, bro. I don't know about that. I don't even know why this price starts so high. I think that this was a pre-launch. I don't like pre-launches. I already talked about the fact I don't like pre-launches, but I don't even know. I really don't know much about it. Look, this coin's actually followed by Lark Davis. That's pretty interesting that Lark follows. I like Lark. Lark is an old head in the crypto community, and he's a Bitcoin maxi. He's not somebody that really talks about a ton of little meme coins, especially not something like Benji. This is something that I would talk about. Well, not if it's a scam, which I don't. Let me check the audit actually before I get too into even talking about anything about this coin. I always got to be checking audits, guys, and you guys got to be checking audits too, right? This is part of doing your research, right? We always want to make sure that our audit comes back clean and that there's no scam risk that we should be concerned about. Look at this, brother. Did you check the audit? I don't like this, dude. External call risk, yes. Sell max ratio, yes. Anti-whale, yes. Whitelist, yes. Red flag, don't like this project at all. Don't like whitelist, don't like pre-launches, don't like things that are not fair launched. I don't like that because, again, this is how the price looks in those projects. 9 times out of 10, we followed it very many times. And I'm still going to have people asking me what I think about this pre-launch, what I think about that pre-launch. If you guys like projects that are pre-launch, I would say wait for the floor because it's going to hit the floor, and then you can buy it up if you feel like the holder count will be what is bullish in the community. Also, want to talk about Boomer because we talked about Boomer creating that's possible cup and handle, seeing this pullback, and hopefully retesting some of this range. But this coin also looking like it's going to create a head and shoulders and possibly have more downside. I know you would think like with this thing retesting that could possibly have more upside, and it possibly could if we could stay above this orange, but we just haven't been doing it very much. And so I think that, again, we're going to retest and reject, right? I think we're going to possibly go up here, create shoulder, head, shoulder, and start seeing some downside on this coin as well. I think a lot of the coins are starting to create bearish patterns just because Bitcoin is creating bearish patterns. And some of these coins are just flat out sitting off the side, hanging off the edge of a cliff right now, which, again, is something that I said was going to happen during these Bitcoin consolidations, that some of these coins will be hanging off of a cliff. And you know what, guys, I hate to say it, but some of these coins will even fall off the cliff and they will never return. And so that's why I want you guys to always be of the mindset, especially in meme coins, that you should be taking profit and that you should be getting in a good habit of that. That is a good habit to get into. I know that that's not a popular thing that anybody talks about on cryptocurrency, but a good habit that I always talk about on cryptocurrency is taking profits. So, guys, make sure that you're not being too greedy in your trades because you're going to just regret it. So, but yeah, anyway, guys, I want to know what you guys are looking at. Let me know in the comment section what other coins that you guys are looking at right now in this Bitcoin consolidation. We'll still can start looking at some stuff. Let's see some other pairs that might be good. We got exited out some of this multi-chart yesterday. I had my multi-chart set up yesterday. And this is another good thing too. Like, if you guys are not using the multi-chart, like, I could probably really make this video a lot shorter if I just wanted to do a multi-chart and just have a bunch of stuff. But again, I know you guys like the lean back content just as much as you like the lean in content. You guys like kicking it and talking coins, stuff like that. So I like to look at each and every coin. Is there any other coins that you guys want me to look at? Let me know in the comment section and I'm gonna pull them up and I'll give you my honest opinion. Again, I ain't gonna jive you guys. I ain't gonna just pump up something or something like that. I'll give you my good and honest opinion on it. And again, it's just an opinion. It's not financial advice. It's just, again, my opinion on the project. Am I still bullish on Seal? I haven't checked Seal in a cool minute. Let's check it out. I'm assuming it's gonna be in a correction. Seal coin. Am I still bullish on Seal? 1.25 million. I don't know. Why'd it start up here? No, start down here. Right? What's going on with this coin now? I don't know. It's definitely trending under this orange line, and it has been doing it for a considerable amount of time. So definitely would be watching the trade and be kind of concerned again. It looks like it shot way up, right? Rejected, went up for another top, and then started to see some consolidation. I don't know that this thing's going to come back just because, again, this thing was launched in a sketchy time. It was launched in some Bitcoin volatility in April 19th. And I don't think that the best time to launch a coin for the long term is during a lot of Bitcoin consolidation. But again, maybe it could, maybe this thing drops down and then creates a better zone of accumulation. And you guys can get in, stuff like that. When I talk about this coin, it was the day before it shot up like a whole bunch. So the fact that this already shot up a whole bunch, I mean, if you didn't take your profit, I would definitely, again, encourage you guys to not be greedy and do your trades and maybe learn a little bit from that. But again, if this is a project that you do like based off of doing your own research, then, this might be a zone of accumulation that you may like. Maybe this thing is starting to round out a little bit here. But again, maybe not. Maybe the price actions due to Bitcoin, and maybe it's not. So it's really speculative, and that's the thing. The smaller the market cap, the more speculative the coin. So I know a lot of people want to know what coin I think is going to 50x or 30x. Yeah, it's like a commonly asked question for me, like, Jay, what's the next 100x coin? Because a lot of times I will be talking about coins or looking at coins that are like at 1 million market cap and stuff like that. But it's always speculative, guys. Now, again, I don't have a crystal ball. I'm just a trader just like you. I just have a little more experience than some, but not all, again, not all. So always, again, be doing your research and be finding people that you like to watch and things like that. My brother just messaged me about a coin actually that he wants me to check out. Actually, it looks like some news or something like that. I don't know. I thought that was a coin you want me to check out. I was going to show you guys, but I don't know. What do you guys think about the market? What are your sentiments on the market? Do you guys think that Bitcoin is still needs some more correction, or do you think that this is our ultimate buy opportunities? You guys could see market started to slowly a little bit pull up a little bit. Hopefully, some of this red starting to turn a little bit green. A lot of these coins are still sitting undecided. Like I said, when Bitcoin's looking super undecided, it's going to look like this, right? 0.56 up 0.71. When Bitcoin's looking like it's hanging off of a cliff, it's going to be a bloodbath, which is what we pretty much saw a little while ago. But again, you know, people thinking that maybe we found some kind of footing. Bitcoin possibly seeing a big green candle, maybe. That looks like that's kind of what happened. Bitcoin shooting all the way up to 57. Did we see a big green? It seems like we saw a big green, but again, this is not necessarily a good thing. I see we've seen a little pump right here, but look, we're cracking back down. Look, shoulder, head, shoulder. Man, run me my money, dude. Run me my money, bro. This is gonna dump. But again, I could be wrong. This could be a double bottom right here. And we could pump up. I don't know, man. I don't know. What do you guys think? You guys think that Crypto J is right, or do you think that I'm wrong? I don't really know. But anyway, guys, this stream is now coming up on like an hour and 25 minutes, and I have a lot of stuff to do today. So I just want to thank all of you guys who have been watching today. Make sure once the video also is published that you go comment on the video. Yesterday's live stream, I think I only got like 175 views in total, and that's really not cutting it, guys. So if you guys really do enjoy these live streams and what you get out of them, I need to start seeing that in my algorithm also, and it needs to be seen in the likes and the comments. It needs to be seen in the subscriber count. So again, if you guys got anything out of this, if you enjoyed this content, and if you want me to keep going live, I need you guys to engage a little bit more in the comment section after the video is published. So after the video is published, 47 people in here. Hopefully I'll have 47 comments. I appreciate you guys. Thank you guys so much for all your support. And again, I'm going to keep working hard for you guys. Maybe we'll go live a little bit later today if Bitcoin decides that it wants to break down below some of this other support. If not, I'll possibly be going live tomorrow. But yeah, I mean, well, either way, tomorrow's Thursday, so I'll be live tomorrow. I go live normally Tuesdays and Thursdays, but every day during Bitcoin consolidation, every day when it's kind of crazy in the market. So because today was a crazy day, you guys got an extra live and took up an hour and 30 minutes of my day, but I can't give too much more, guys. I appreciate you all. Thank you so much, and I'll catch you in the next video. Peace.